My name is Leisa Margaret Carlton from High Voltage. RC, I'm reading this book about surviving Auschwitz because I cannot believe that our society is heading, hello Trevor, we were lagging together, and I wanted to come live and read this because RC is interested in this book. So instead of me going on and on and on as to why I started this channel, please refer to Trevor's Infinite Horizons about why I started the channel. I read a book about that in school. Yes, and it's happening all over again in Israel right now. Not lagging at all, and the quality looks amazing. But why doesn't it work with the two of us? We need to talk about that. But I need to read this, and I hope you stick around for the reading, okay? So my name is Lasha, and my name is Lasha. The channel is High Voltage. As you can see, Trevor's Infinite Horizons. Subscribe to this young man. He'll be the next president of the United States. I'm not joking. But we really need to talk about what survivorship is and what war is and what is going on. A Trump rally? Really? Trevor informed me of what was going on. I'm from Canada. This should be read now more than ever. Forget chaos and what happened in the 60s. We know. But as soon as that book comes, I am reading it. But honestly, this is a harrowing tale. Okay. All right. I left off yesterday here. The Auschwitz camp have meant torture and certain death. As a Jew, I was sent to Fossili near Modena, where a vast detention camp originally meant for English and American prisoners of war collected all the numerous categories of people not approved of by the newborn fascist republic. At the moment of my arrival, that is, at the end of January 1944, there were about 150 Italian Jews in the camp, but within a few weeks, their number arose to over 600. For the most part, they consisted of entire families captured by the fascists or Nazis through their imprudence or following secret accusations. A few had given themselves up spontaneously, reduced to desperation by the vagabond life, or because they lacked the means to survive or to avoid separation from a captured relation, or even absurdly to be in conformity with the law. There were also about 100 Czechoslovakian military internees and a few other foreigners who were politically suspect. The arrival of squad of German SS men should have made even the optimist doubtful, but we still managed to interpret the novelty in various ways without drawing the most obvious conclusions. Thus, despite everything, the announcement of the deportation caught us all unawares. And that just goes to prove that the book I started to read, The Psychology of Secrets, the lengths that people will go to keep secrets. They'll kill people to keep secrets. There's one story in Andrew Gold's book about people trying to leave cults. I'm talking recently, like NXIVM, like Scientology, and their lives are at risk because they're leaving a religion. People are controlled by power. And the Jewish community numerically outnumbered the SS guards. They were not, this part of history makes me so upset. I find it difficult to read about. At the moment of my arrival, that is, at the end of January 1944, there were about 150 Italian Jews in the camp. And then I went over that. Okay, a few had given themselves up, spontaneously reduced to desperation by the vagabond life, or because they lacked the means to survive. The arrival of a squad of German SS men should have made even the optimists doubtful, but despite everything, the announcement of the deportation caught us all unaware, and that's when I brought up about the secrets. A lot of Germans really didn't know, and if they did, how could nobody do anything? Even people in the SS, I've read books about Nazis that survived, that hated what they were doing, but they would have been killed. So what are human beings supposed to do? Okay, thank you, Trevor. Wow, Trevor, that's amazing. Thank you so much. On 20th of February, the Germans had inspected the camp with care and had publicly and loudly upbraided the Italian commissioner for the defective organization of the kitchen service and for the scarce amount of wood distribution for heating. They even said that an infirmary would soon be opened. But on the morning of the 21st, which is today, but not February, this is June of 2025. And this was in February of 1944. It wasn't that long ago, folks. My grandmother lived longer than that. For people condemned to death, tradition prescribes an austere ceremony calculated to emphasize that all passions and anger have died down, and the act of justice represents only a sad duty towards society, which moves even the executioner to pity for the victim. Thus, the condemned man is shielded from all external cares. He is granted solitude and, should he want it, spiritual comfort. In short, care is taken that he should feel around him neither hatred nor arbitration, only necessity and justice, and by means of punishment, pardon. Wow. But to us, this was not granted, for we were many and time was short, and in any case, we had to repent. For what crime did we need pardon? The Italian commissioner accordingly decreed that all services should continue to function until the final notice. The kitchens remained opened, for cleaning worked as usual, and even the teachers of the little school gave lessons until the evening as on other days, but that evening the children were given no homework. And night came, and it was such a night that one knew that human eyes would not witness it and survive. Everyone felt this. Not one of the guards, neither Italian or German, had the courage to come and see what men do when they know they have to die. I have to end it there because somebody just walked in. I read this Episode 1 was 2 days ago. When I end this live, I will be adding it to the list where it says Primo Levi, and this is episode 2, which is reading 2. I like to read up here because it's beautiful. Place to read a book. And when I think about what we complain in life, what do we have to complain about in life? What? This is why I got a little ticked off. Not ticked off. Maureen Callahan watches Bill Maher. Bill Maher watches Maureen Callahan. She's taken him out to the woodshed, and I did a whole video on it, and you know my opinion on it. But this is surviving. Who survives this? And then the worst part about surviving atrocities is, why did I survive? And then people have survivor's guilt. It's the truth. Am I glitching now? Okay. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. Trevor, I'm reading this for RC, okay? RC, I hope that you catch this. Trevor, I have some chores to do, but can we talk tonight on Messenger and try to go live? Or is he gone? Okay, well, no, after this, I have to head out. I'm not going to be back until 6 o'clock. That's the only problem. Can we talk after 6? Okay, perfect. Thank you for joining. Thank you for liking. And anybody who dropped by, you're always welcome back. Okay, thank you very much. And really think about what's going on now. And do we ever learn our lessons? History will teach us nothing. We need to work on our song, okay, Trev? All right, I care about you all very, very much. Thank you for stopping by, and I better run. I'm trying to stay on the lowdown, if you understand. I don't want to walk around this beautiful place with a wig on, because people know who I am, right? It's all in good fun. It's all in good fun. Oh, why can't I get out? Oh, I have to push. Yeah, this is the 20th floor. Okay, I better turn this off. Am I glitching? All right, I'll see everybody later. Thank you. What's going on?